Hello, good evening, students. Good evening, Shivangi. How are you? How is everything going on? कैसा
I'm
चल रहा
fine, sir.
है
अच्छा
preparation?
चल रहा है.
You are doing good.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा. How many hours you are working a day?
Sir, I sleep late at night and wake up early and work all day. I have coachings,
अच्छा.
tuitions, schools, and apart from them, my own studies.
Okay.
So,
And you will take proper rest. ठीक है? 7 to 8 hours sleep is a must because you need rest to give. You have to give proper rest to your mind. Otherwise it becomes difficult. And we should not fall sick. That is the important point I'm telling you. Because there can
sir,
be
but काम खत्म ही नहीं होता. इतना सारा
नहीं
काम होता है.
सुन लीजिए मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ I am advising all my students that they must have proper rest. Whether work is finished or not finished is not the question. Your health is very important because otherwise there could be pressure and students start falling sick. I'm telling you. So take 7 to 8 hours of deep sleep, which is very important because you don't
Okay,
worry
sir.
about anything. Don't worry what will happen. That is my problem. Your is not your problem. I'm telling you, you sleep well, sleep well. All the students sleep well. Very important point I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
So you will not take any chances. You will not take any chances. I'm telling you. So what we have for you that what I am telling, coming to very important opening session, opening lecture, group 16. We have mastered group 15 elements and we have seen a lot of oxides of nitrogen. One question. Phosphorus, we have seen allotropes of phosphorus. One question. We have been able to draw the structures of oxoacids of phosphorus. One question. Disproportionation reaction. One question. You are already aware of the type of questions which will be there.
Yes, sir.
So you know what you are doing. Learning chemistry with me. We are not going to cram the things. I am very clear that we will learn the things. So today is a very important lecture because we are now beginning with another important lecture. I am saying group 16. Now group 16 means 10 plus 6, 16. That means what will be the general electronic configuration, students?
It will be NS2NP4. NS2NP4.
Electronic configuration, you are saying you have 16 minus 10, you are saying 6 valence electrons. That means we will have NS2NP4. That is what is your answer. But
Yes, sir.
you will see that when we will be writing the electronic configuration, it is important. What is important, we will tell you. So basically, we are saying what is the N, and what we call N as the principal quantum number.
Yes, sir.
Then what we said is N is our principal quantum number, and here
Yes.
the N will be equal to period number. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We learned that. Our if N is equal to 2, as we have written the elements here, what are the elements? Tell me. Tell me. Oxygen,
Oxygen.
sulfur,
Yes,
selenium,
sir. Selenium, tellurium,
tellurium.
and polonium.
Okay, you will keep on interacting with me. Keep on working with me. We will work together. ठीक है?
Yes,
Because
sir.
we will learn together. I am also learning. You are also learning. Now, what is the atomic number of oxygen? What is the atomic number of oxygen?
Sir, atomic number 8.
8. What will be the atomic number of sulfur?
It will be 16.
How many? Magic number? Plus
8
8,
plus 8.
16. You are also writing, I am also writing. Okay? You have a
Yes, sir.
notebook, I
Yes,
have a
sir.
board. Both of us are writing together. Both of us are using, because I will also forget if I don't write. You will also forget. What will be the next atomic number of selenium? How many should be added?
Selenium will be 34.
How much you are adding? What is 8, 6, 34, 34. That means
18.
you, as soon as you get 18, 10, 10, you know, 8 plus 10. What is the 10? You have got some idea what is going to happen. Where are the 10 electrons going to go? See, this is a clue.
Sir, in d orbital.
D
In
has,
d.
how many electrons can be in D10? So there will be
10.
3D10 filled. Then you are getting 34. And what will be the next atomic number? Tell me.
It will be plus 18 again. 52.
52. That means here you are saying there will be uh, 3D filled. 3D will be coming. And here you will be having 4D 10. What is the next situation? 52. How much you will
Uh,
add?
Plus 32. Plus
Plus
32.
32,
84.
84. That means what we will be having. How will you get 84? 84
F orbital also.
F
It will
orbital
come.
also. So you will have a 5D 10 and 4F
4F14.
14. So this will be 24. So you can see what is happening and what is the period number. Period number of oxygen. Which period is oxygen?
Oxygen is oxygen 2. Second period.
Second period. What is the period number of sulfur?
3.
3. What is the period of selenium?
It will be 4.
4. For tellurium
5.
and for polonium.
6.
Okay. I'm putting a star on polonium. Why did I put a star on polonium? Why I'm putting a star on polonium?
Sir, because polonium is a radioactive element
Therefore, we will not be studying the
about it.
chemistry of polonium. It is going to be only under special conditions of the nuclear reactions. We don't have these in our courses. So we're not going to talk about polonium. Okay. That means the most important thing which we do, students, is write the electronic configuration. We are always writing the electronic configuration in every chapter. Why? In every group, because here will lie the atomic and physical properties explanations. Atomic and physical properties explanation we will be able to get from this information, students. So what is the thing what we will get here? If I have oxygen, how you are writing? Oxygen 1s2, 2s2, 2p4,
4.
n is 2, n is 2. What is, which element is this? Helium.
Helium. Helium.
Helium atomic number is 2. Then you said 2s2, 2p4. And if I come to sulfur, what is the next one? Helium and neon is 10.
Neon. 3s2 3p4.
S2 3p4, no problem. Now I'm coming to selenium, oxygen, sulfur,
Argon.
nearly
Argon.
argon is how much? 18.
18.
And
Then
then
3d10.
if I write 4s2 4p4, how many are there? 6
6.
plus, then how many are left? 3d
10.
3d10. So how much? 18 plus 2, 20, 30, and you are getting 34. After argon, you are coming to
Tellurium.
krypton, helium, neon, argon, krypton. What is the atomic number of krypton?
Uh,
Now what is left? 5s2, 5p4.
56.
So what you are getting? 4d10. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. After this, you have got
Xenon.
uh, polonium. That will
Xen-
mean xenon. What is the
Xen-
atomic number of xenon?
54. 54.
Xenon is 18 plus this 54. And sixth group will mean 6s2, 6p4.
Oh.
Then what will happen up before
5d10
5d10 and
and
you
4f14.
14. All right, so we have been able to write the electronic configuration of this element. That is the first thing we do in every group. We should be able to write electronic configuration. Now, certain questions can be answered from what we will be talking about. See that oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, they are group 16 elements. They are also called chalcogens.
Okay.
Question 1, why are they called? Why group 16 are called chalcogens? Why they are called chalcogens? What is the answer for this?
Uh, Chalcogens. Sir, because these elements mainly uh, they are ore forming elements
Or for
because they can be extracted from the ores like sulfide ores and
they are ore forming element.
elements.
Actually, what happens, you will see that they are combining with copper. Copper is existing in the form of oxides, sulfides. So mainly this is derived from the word for brass, association of sulfur and its conjunction with copper. Copper. So what is happening? Most of the copper minerals, most of copper minerals, most of the copper minerals contain oxygen and sulfur. They will contain oxygen and sulfur. So copper mineral contain oxygen or sulfur. You have oxides, sulfides, copper pyrites, all you know. So they are also called chalcogens. You know, sometimes they put some questions like this. All right, if we see this was a general electronic configuration, number 1 point. If we talk of their occurrence, oxygen is existing as a gas. You know that at a room temperature you have oxygen.
Yes, sir.
And oxygen, how much is there? 46.6% by mass in Earth crust.
Okay.
By mass in Earth crust. Oxides, you know, lot of oxides, compounds of oxygen. And dry air, about 21% oxygen by volume. Dry air. Dry air contains about 21% of oxygen gas by volume. So further, sulfur on Earth crust is only about very small, 0.03 to 0.1% only, but and mainly existing in the form of sulfates. Sulfates. Do you know any compound of the sulfates? Know about gypsum?
Yes, sir. Gypsum CaSO4 dot 2H2O.
Gypsum CaSO4 2H2O. Then
PaSO4.
you have sulfides PBS. What is the name of PBS?
It's called galena.
Galena is the ore of lead. ZnS. What is this? This is the ore of zinc.
Zinc.
Zinc blend.
Blend.
Copper pyrite.
Pyrites.
Copper pyrites. Sulfur is present in H2S gas, and volcanoes also have sulfur. Eggs, proteins, garlic, onion, eggs, proteins, garlic, they contain sulfur. Sulfur, you know that garlic has got antibiotic properties.
Yes, sir.
People are taking. And selenium and tellurium are found as metal halides and tellurides in the sulfide ores. And polonium is a decay product of thorium and uranium metals. Okay, we have got some information about this. Now, very important questions are coming every time. These tables are very important. Whenever tables are given in the books, they are giving us lot of important information about the atomic and physical properties of these elements. So we are always discussing oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Atomic number is given. We already calculated. Electronic configuration, you have done it. Now coming to the atomic radius. If I talk of atomic radius, atomic properties. Atomic property, we are talking of atomic radius. How do I see the values of this? Covalent radius, these are because you can see that covalent compounds are being formed. So we are talking of covalent radius. This is a sharing of the electron, oxygen 66, 104, 117, 137, and there is no problem here. The atomic radii are increasing down the group. What we are saying from oxygen to polonium, what is happening? Atomic radius increases. Increases. Why? Why the atomic radius increases? What is the answer? Why the atomic radius is increasing?
Sir, there down the group there is an increase in the number of shells.
The addition of new shell.
So atomic and ionic radii
So
increases.
due to addition of
New shells.
new shells. 1 point. You can see the maximum increase is where from oxygen to sulfur.
Yes, sir.
Here increase is maximum. How much is the difference? You can see 100. If I say 100 minus 60, 40. And here only how much difference? About 10 and then 20, and then you can see only few. So what is the reason that there is a large increase in size from oxygen to sulfur, and after that there is a slow increase in size. What reason was given for this? Same reason applies everywhere, students. What is the effect? D, the
Uh,
D and F effect. What we call as the D and F effect, students. As you go down the group, what is happening? The size increases
sir,
if there is a electron repulsion, but what will happen down the group with the filling of
shielding of DNF orbital.
D and F orbitals, there is a poor shielding.
Poor shielding effect.
Therefore, the attractive force will, the effective nuclear charge will increase. The electron repulsion increases the size. If the attractive effective nuclear charge more decreases the contraction. So the net result is that the decrease will be slow. So there will be a slow increase after as the as you go down the group, as we go to the heavier elements, as there are D and F orbitals, which are filled D effect or F effect. This is called the transition effect. This is the lengthened contraction, what we will learn later on. Okay, atomic radius, no problem. Now let us see the electron gain enthalpy. First, let us see the ionization enthalpy. What is ionization enthalpy, students? As I will, where is ionization values? These are the ionization enthalpy values. If we are removing the electron, you are given delta I1, 134, 100, 941. It is decreasing, down the group.
Yes, sir.
It is decreasing down the group, this is decreasing. How do I explain this decrease? How do I explain this decrease?
Sir, down the group it increases because the size increases down the group. So ionization enthalpy decreases.
Ionization enthalpy is inversely proportional to
The size
atomic radius.
radii.
That is a thing which we already learned, generalizing the rule. So it will depend inversely proportional to atomic radius. The size increases, ionization enthalpy decreases because the outer electrons become farther away from the nucleus. The attractive force becomes weak. So lesser energy will be required to remove the electrons from the outermost shell. Always, because as per the sizes also, you see the increase is more. Here increase is more, decrease is more from oxygen to sulfur, you can see. Then this is less. Again, it depends on the sizes, The further coming to third point, I'm talking of third property, electron affinity. What is electron affinity? Tell me, what is electron affinity? What is the electron affinity? What do you mean by electron affinity?
Sir, electron affinity is, so it is the amount of energy released when an electron is attached to a neutral atom.
Always released. You are saying released.
So it is an energy change. It can be released or it can be gained also.
In most of the cases, it is released, but you know there are cases which have been asked in the paper where
Okay.
you will have to add energy to add the electron. So when you add an electron to a neutral gaseous atom, the change in energy, usually it is negative, is called electron gain and electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Now the question is electron. There is one question which is been asked 10 times. Electron gain enthalpy. So what do you expect as you go down the group? Should it increase or decrease? As you go down the group, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, as you go down the group, should it increase or decrease? What
Uh,
should happen as I go down the group to electron gain enthalpy? Should it increase or decrease?
Sir, it should decrease down the group.
We are saying as you go from oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium, I may or not mention, no problem. So what we are expecting then, students, down the group, what will happen if it is there? Okay. So we expect this should decrease. Why? Why it should decrease?
So because of the increase in the atomic size.
Increase in atomic size. But there is an exception here. This question will be asked in the paper. What is the exception? What is the value? You see, where are the values of electron gain enthalpy? Minus 141, minus 200. This is minus 195, minus 190. No problem here. They are decreasing. No problem this side from here to here. But the only problem is this one. You can see that what has happened. Electron gain enthalpy of sulfur is more negative, more negative than oxygen. Explain. This question has been given many times in the CBSE papers. What is our answer, students, here? How will we answer this question? What is our answer?
Sir, because oxygen has a very compact nature. It has a very small size and a very
So
compact nature.
what is going to be the answer for this question? First element, oxygen is the first element, sulfur is the second element. The electron gain enthalpy of sulfur is more negative than oxygen. Student, very important question, very important question. How will I explain this? How will I explain this question? Oxygen, what is the answer you are giving?
Sir, because oxygen has a very small size and a very compact nature.
Very small size. And there are electron pairs on the oxygen.
Oxygen.
Oxygen, what has happened? It is having very small size and compact nature. How many electrons are there in the oxygen? 2, 4, and 6. There are these electrons. So one electron is coming to be added. The size is small, size is compact. There will be a strong electron-electron repulsion. But sulfur is larger in size. Is larger in size than this. There are also electrons 6. Okay? This also has,
Yes, sir.
the size is bigger. So there will be high electron repulsion. So the result of that is, you can see this minus 141. This is because electron gain enthalpy is negative because energy is released. So, but in this case, because of the compact nature, there will be repulsion to the coming electron. So here the value is less than the sulfur. Less than the sulfur is a important question. Okay?
Yes, sir.
It has less negative value. Less negative value. I'm saying always this question has been asked in the paper. After this, there is no problem, as we can see.
Yes, sir.
The first element will always show some exception, students, and those questions are very important for the paper. This is a very, very important question for the paper. So we are aware of electronic configuration, atomic and ionic radii, ionization, electron gain enthalpy, and another important property which we study is electronegativity. What we are talking of electronegativity. Actually, group 16 elements, oxygen is, an electronegative element. Oxygen is electronegative element. After oxygen, the next electronegative element is fluorine. Because it is a small size, oxygen has a strong tendency to gain electrons, to attract electrons. So oxygen is highly electronegative element. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Oxygen is highly electronegative. This is highly electronegative. Highly electronegative, that we know. And what will happen down the group? Down the group, what will happen? Oxygen is highly electronegative. Down the group, what
Sir, it will decrease.
The electronegativity will decrease down the group. Because why it will decrease? Why the electronegativity decreases, students?
Sir, increase in atomic number down the group.
Atomic number has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
What is the property which will affect the electronegativity? As you go down the group, what is happening, students? Electronegativity means the atom is attracting electrons, and that what is attracting the electrons? The nucleus. If the size is big, then the outer electron is farther away from the nucleus, attraction will be less. So electronegativity is inversely proportional to size of the atom.
Size of the atom
As the size increases, electronegativity decreases.
decreases.
Electronegativity decreases.
Okay.
Now, certain things, this is group 15, and we studied group 15. Group 15 was what? NS2,
NP3.
NP3. And what is group 16?
NS2, NP4.
NS2, NP4 students. So, what is the, if I compare the ionization enthalpy, first ionization enthalpy will be more for group 15 or group 16 students. Comparison of the first ionization. Question was asked in the paper.
Sir, group 15 will have a higher ionization enthalpy.
First ionization enthalpy I am talking about. Why?
Sir, because group 15 will have a higher ionization enthalpy as compared to group 16 because group 15 have extra stable half-filled p orbitals.
Extra, this word has to be written in the paper. Such questions are given to the students in the paper. Extra stable half-filled. What we are saying? Extra stable half-filled p orbitals.
Yes, sir.
Extra stable half-filled p orbitals. Because comparisons are going to be there between the groups. Our course, group 15 is in our course. And for further all exams, all the groups are in our course. But for 12th, 15, we started with group 15. We have not discussed group 13 and other groups. Group 1, 2, and 13, 14, we did not discuss. That was in 11th class course. But these questions can be there with comparison of group 15 and group 16. Any comparisons can be asked to us. So the first ionization enthalpy question was given in the paper. Students, we can do it. Any doubt in these questions?
No, sir.
And if I see the physical properties, let me see. Physical properties, I'm talking physical properties. What will be the physical properties? When I will discuss the physical properties, what we discuss in the physical properties, tell me what we are discussing in the physical properties all the
Sir,
time.
in physical properties, we discuss first their metallic character,
Metallic,
whether
okay,
then their melting and boiling points,
okay, melting point, boiling point, anything else?
sir, then their allotropy, which can show allotropy and which cannot.
Atomicity, allotropy, all these properties we have been talking about. Catenation. Some of the things which we try to do in every group, we are doing. First, we are coming to the metallic character. Student, tell me which is more metallic. What will happen to the metallic character?
Sir, metallic character down the group will increase.
increases. Okay. Metallic character. You are saying increases down the group. Why?
Sir, this is because as we go down the group, the number of shells increase, and so electrons can be lost easily.
Size in atomic size.
Increases, atomic size increases, so electrons can be lost easily.
Atomic size. This is coming. Atomic size. As it increases, the metallic character increases.
Increases.
Now, when has been equal to metallic character. Metallic character. Okay. Oxygen is a non-metal. As you will go down the group,
Yes, sir.
sulfur is a non-metal, and as you will go, there will be change from non-metal to metallic behavior. And we are talking of melting and boiling points. Melting points and boiling points. What is the value of this melting point? This is 55, 393, 490. It is increasing. Melting point is increasing, but here you see 393, 490, 725, then again less. First, from oxygen to sulfur, there is a large increase in melting point.
Yes, sir.
When saying from oxygen to sulfur, there is a large increase in melting point. Is a question for us now. Question. What is the reason? This is important question now. Somewhere something is happening large. Very big increase is there. What is the reason? Is the reason?
So, atomicity, maybe, because oxygen is a diatomic molecule and sulfur has 8, so it is a
Oxygen
polyatomic.
exists as
O2,
O2. Sulfur exists as S8.
S8.
So this is a bigger molecule. Atomicity of sulfur is, this is polyatomic, this is diatomic. So because of this atomicity, you have seen the effect is there.
Yes,
Then
sir.
sulfur has very high melting point. The melting point of sulfur is very large as compared to oxygen because of the atomicity of sulfur is 8, oxygen is 2 only. So property immediately shows the relationship, something is there. Inorganic, what we are trying? We are trying to explain the facts which are there. This information we get from experimental values, so we are explaining that, how we can explain it, whatever properties which we have learned. Melting point differences are very large wherever we see that. So overall, you will see the effect, and if I see the boiling point also, you see increasing 92, 718, 958, 12. So in the end, something is there. You see, there is not trend because here the last element is polonium, that is actually metallic, going from totally non-metallic to metallic side. So the behavior will change when substance from non-metal to metal, then properties are going to show the differences. That is what explanation we can think of. We can think of. So we can explain the melting and boiling points. For oxygen sulfur, there is a large increase. From
Okay.
oxygen to sulfur, there is a large. This is a question can be asked in the paper. ठीक है, O2 and acid is a total different molecule. O2 and I'm saying acid. 8 sulfur atoms atomicity 8 is a very big number. A very big number.
Yes, sir.
And further atomicity we have already answered. Oxygen also exists as O3. Ozone is also known. You know about that. You have O2. In O3, there are 3 oxygen atoms. And sulfur, you already know acid. The structure of sulfur, we will also see the structure of sulfur is important. The important structure is there for sulfur. Allotropy, you know, oxygen is diatomic, and you already know the structure of oxygen. Lewis structure. This is your O2 molecule. And what is happening here? Which bond is being formed? P pi,
P pi, P pi.
P pi bond. Because size is small, they will be able to form them. Double bond. Oxygen readily forms double bond, you know. Double bonds are formed. And O single bond will be very weak. It may exist in some cases, you will see that. Peroxides, peroxides are used as for producing radicals in organic chemistry. You are aware of that. You have seen peroxides,
Yes, sir.
peroxide anti-mahogany of addition. Why did
Yes,
you
sir.
use peroxide? Peroxide, the bond will break homolytic fission. Radicals will be formed, and then those type of reactions which take place. Those reactions which take place. So you have got it, and we'll try to see the structures of these O2, O3 also in these cases. Allotropy, oxygen has O2 and O3. Sulfur will show many allotropes. You are aware of the allotropes of sulfur? Any? What are they? Any idea of the allotropes of sulfur?
Uh, Sir, yes, sir. We have two allotropes of sulfur.
All
Uh,
mostly all
alpha,
of these show some amount of allotropy, and
alpha sulfur, monoclinic, and rhombic sulfur.
Alderal and so many will see that about sulfur also. They do show allotropy. All the elements do show allotropy.
Okay.
And polonium, which is radioactive, has a half-life. You know what is the half-life of a polonium? Somewhere the question was given. Polonium is radioactive.
Yes, sir.
Half-life. Half-life.
Half-life of polonium, yes, it is
What will be?
13.8 days, I think.
13.8 days.
Yes, sir.
So it has a very short half-life, which we are finding. And anything else is left in these properties. The catenation depends on what? If the elements can form single bonds with themselves, what will happen? Yeah, acid is existing, you see, acid. Those are single bonds. But you don't have anything like O8. You don't have anything like an oxygen is a gas and sulfur is a solid. Sulfur is a solid, you can see that. Because what is the reason you are giving? What reason you are giving students for this? What else is there? What reasons you are giving? The size of the sulfur is bigger.
Yes, sir.
The size of the sulfur is bigger. This table is important, so we have to explain everything in the table.
Okay.
So covalent radius, ionic radius, electron gain enthalpy. Only important point was this: oxygen and sulfur. Ionization enthalpy comparison with group 15. Electronegativity. See 3.50. Oxygen is 3.50 is quite a high value. Only after this 4 for fluorine. Pauling scale, Pauling has given the electronegativity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fluorine is how much? 4, which is
4.
the highest, most electronegative element. Then 2.58, 2.5, 2.0, and they're decreasing. Density, as the mass number is increasing, the density is increasing. They are becoming heavier. Melting point also, this point, first oxygen and sulfur. Here, such a drastic change. Then, okay, then I think we are finished with all the atomic and physical properties of the
Yes,
group
sir.
16 electronic configuration finished, and large number of questions which were asked in the paper have been done. So we'll continue more about their chemical properties next time and what type of questions will be there in the exam on this. As I say to students that you have to learn the things to try to understand the basic concepts. Then inorganic answers become easier for us in the paper. We only have to explain and give proper reasoning. So there is a fundamental concepts which should be learned by us. Any doubt in these properties?
No, sir.
Okay, then bye bye. We'll see you in our next lecture, which will be on chemical properties.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.